Hello, welcome to the vlog. Using my vlog voice, Alicia.
Is that what that is? It's like, what are you doing?
So Hudsyn is getting her lunch a little bit early before we leave to head downtown for City Hall. Yeah, you ready to go to City Hall, you and I? We kept her out of school today because this is like right in the middle of the day. There was no way to like send her to school, then pick her up, and then right in the middle of the day. We are gonna go sit down with, I believe her last name's Hall, Councilwoman Hall, downtown City Hall. I could be wrong, I could be right, I don't know. Her name's right here in case I was wrong. So, yeah, we're gonna try to get this, they're trying to get this ordinance passed where they have to put universal changing tables in for, well, you have baby changing tables, those don't fit people like Hudsyn, who's currently about 65 pounds, which is the minimum that you should be lifting, and definitely not putting on a dirty bathroom floor, for example. So actually, you know what? We were on the news. I was on the news yesterday about this. So check out this clip.
This is the reality many families with special needs face. Their children who have disabilities grow out of these small plastic changing tables meant to hold only 30 pounds.
Hudsyn is 65 pounds now.
Parents are forced to use the floor of public bathrooms.
Leaving the house is really hard for special needs families.
Dan Seitz cares for his 10-year-old daughter, Hudsyn, who has special needs. He says they already feel isolated, and this makes it that much harder to go out in public.
It's not just a dirty floor, it's also a privacy situation. It's just all over the board a horrible place. A gas station would be my worst case scenario, of course.
Can you imagine doing that?
Councilwoman Heather Hall is working to get a new ordinance passed in Kansas City, Missouri, to lift their mind, body, and spirit. It involves future businesses and these universal changing stations.
It is not only unsafe, unsanitary, we need to treat people with dignity, and that does not do it if we cannot give them a way to be changed in an appropriate manner.
It is life-changing.
Seitz says if he's not lifting Hudsyn from wheelchair to floor and floor to wheelchair twice a week, they're taking a trip to the van.
My wife and I had to basically buy an $80,000 van so that we could have a place to change her.
This one more piece would make it easier to mark everyday tasks off the to-do list. Reagan Porter, Fox 4, working for you.
Yeah, so that kind of sums it up, but that's where we're headed. So thanks for joining in with the vlog. If you're new here, I don't know, hit the subscribe, check us out. We're fun, we're positive, special needs family. This is Alicia, Hudson's nurse.
I say we're a positive special needs family. It's because we try our best to see things on the bright side, to just try to find the silver lining to things. We have our bad days, trust me. We get down, we have rough days. We don't show many of them on the vlog because we try to keep things upbeat. We try to show that you can put your best foot forward in any situation. And that's what we're gonna try to do today. We're gonna go put that best foot forward. Hey kid, we're gonna show them what we got. We're gonna show them what we can do. We're gonna show them that we gotta change things up to make things easier, because speaking of things that suck, changing areas in public, we had to get charitable donations to help us to buy this van, and then it still costs more than anything we would have ever bought new, just so that we can have a place to change Hudsyn when we're out in public. If I go to the grocery store, well, we've done it before we had this van. Fortunately, she was younger and smaller, but she still wasn't light. I've had to lay about 7 disposable pads out on the floor, on a dirty bathroom floor, and lift her out of her wheelchair and kneel down with her to the floor and change her diaper there. Having a place to change somebody like Hudsyn, something that would fit somebody who's adult sized, because soon she will be, would be life-changing. Hopefully everything goes as planned today and they get this ordinance passed. Shouldn't hurt pocketbooks too bad, because it's essentially a handicapped stall in a bathroom with an extra large table inside. Okay, see you at City Hall, maybe. I don't know if they'll let me film in there, but I'm gonna try. Otherwise, I'm sure there will be some news footage that I can share. So check that out. Oh my goodness. There's a person walking almost in the middle of the road on the inside of a corner where cars aren't going to see him. I'm afraid that guy's going to get hit by a car.
Yes, sir. 210-181, amending Chapter 18, Article 2, Code of Ordinances by repealing Section 18-1, entitled Adoption of International Building Code, Amendment and enacting in lieu thereof a new section of like number and subject matter that requires the universal changing station in family or assisted use toilet and bathroom, bathing room in the new construction of certain assembly and commercial buildings.
Councilwoman Hall.
Thank you so much. So today we are here to talk about the ordinance that will allow us to change our development code to allow for new construction projects to include universal changing stations in their family restrooms. So I have a real quick presentation. So today, myself and Seitz are here. He is a parent of a child with special needs. Hudsyn is with us today. We're really grateful to have them here to give some little testimony on why this is important. So this is a picture of one that we've done here in Kansas City at the zoo, and we also have done the Kaufman Center for Performing Arts already. So we would like to be able to add this into the code. So I'll let you see what we currently are doing if you want to switch. This is what normally is happening. You can switch to the next slide as well, Howard. Basically what's happening now is in usual bathrooms in and around businesses in Kansas City, Missouri, people are having to change their children in any manner of ways, and many times they're unsafe, they're unsanitary, and most importantly, they're undignified. And we don't want to have people in Kansas City doing the kinds of things that they're doing. It's unsafe for them and their families. The other thing is these plastic baby changing stations, the small ones, and if you want to click onto the next one, and then also, of course, sometimes they're using their personal vehicle, which is not at all ideal, especially when you don't know where you're going to end up with your day. The current situation is that the little plastic ones, which you'll see in a handicap stall, in a bathroom somewhere, they do this, and what happens is that it only goes up to 65 pounds. Well, number one, that's a little bit precarious at best, and number two, you just don't know exactly how many people have played on it or pulled on it or how often it's been used and if it's still going to be a safe vehicle to put somebody on. What I do know is children with special needs grow up to be adults with special needs, and many times their bodies grow with them, causing them to not be their size anymore. They end up being our size, and then this is an unstable environment. So this picture here is a picture of what we're recommending. It's called the Universal Changing Station, and if you will look at the ordinance that we've put before you, basically what it says, if you are building a new project in Kansas City, Missouri, and it calls for a family restroom, we are requiring that they put in a universal changing station as opposed to a child's plastic changing station. We are not saying all new construction. We're not saying every, convenience store or every fast food chain. We're saying the ones that are required by our development code to put in a family restroom. And the reason for this is simply baby steps. So that's what we're asking. I know that Dan has some things he'd like to offer, so welcome.
Hi guys, my name is Dan Seitz. Hudsyn here is 10 and a half. And she was saying for the baby changing tables, for example, they only go up to 65 pounds. When she hit about 40 pounds, I was nervous about putting her on one of those changing tables, and she was already starting to not fit. So many times, just going to the grocery store, for example, if you go into a grocery store bathroom, it's not always the nicest place, let alone, say, a gas station. I was thinking of it on the way here. If you dropped your keys on the floor, or you're afraid to maybe put your purse on the floor of a bathroom, you would wash your keys off, and you would want to wash the bottom of your purse off. I've got to put my daughter down on that floor. For one, it's dirty. For two, she's hitting 65 pounds now. And 65 pounds is when I have to put a lift in my home for the safety of her care nurse to just transfer her from bed to changing table that's on the same level. So 65 pounds is quite a bit for me to go from wheelchair to floor and then back to, because she's getting older, but so am I. So it's getting dangerous for both of us. And pretty gross. Mm-hmm. So often we opt to change in the vehicle, which also, well, on the same line, I'm a dad. I've got a daughter. I'm going to take her in the men's restroom. It's not always the, for her dignity. Or I'm in the car or out in the parking lot. The door's open. People can see. The winter, for example, a couple of weeks ago, if I needed to go somewhere, it's pretty cold changing her out there when she's half naked. So.
Right. Thank you. And we also did receive quite a bit of public testimony. We have shared, I think, almost all of it with you, although we have also been receiving more, just even up until 1 o'clock today, we received more. And so Marcus has been sending it all to you.
There was actually he was a comedian by trade. He made it really funny. And so I'm not even going to try because I can't make this funny, but he had a disabled father that he had to take care of. And he talked about the challenges that he had in doing that. And this is one of the things he talked about being needed. So, it's the need spans all age groups. So this is certainly not unique, and I'm very proud that we will be able to do this.
Yes.
Seeing that, we'll bring it back here to the committee.
All right, Mr. Chair, I move that ordinance number 210181 be reported out of committee with a recommendation of advance and do pass.
Second. It's been moved and seconded that ordinance number 210181 be reported out of committee to the full council with a recommendation of advance and do pass. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None opposed. Ordinance passes.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
committee. We appreciate it.
I'm emotional. Like, that was so cool. My daughter got to participate in the ability to help shape our city to be more inclusive. She was just part of a meeting that allowed our Kansas City Metro City Council to pass the need for all new buildings that have family restrooms to have or must be required to have an adult changing station included in those family restrooms, which means we now can go and live and play in our community like other kids because we have the ability then to change her out and about. This is all the hard work, It means a lot. It means a lot. I'm so grateful for the council to approve this and move this forward. This is going to be a big deal for kids and adults like Hudsyn in the future. Okay, sorry. It's just awesome.
All right, it looks like we did it. Pretty exciting, huh? Pretty exciting, guys? Yeah. All right. Okay, we gotta get a picture.
You girls did such a good job.
Dan, these girls changed the rules of the city for the future.
That's right.
These girls used their lives and their experience to make real positive change in our community that I think other people are going to be shocked at and say, why aren't we doing it? They are my heroes today. You are my heroes. Yay!
Way to go, girls!
Yay! You're changing the world, girls. We did it. Girls, leaders. Say thank you to Heather Hall, you guys. Heather.
This feels really good because now we can say everybody in Kansas City can just do what everybody wants to do. We're so grateful that we were able to learn that this was a need, and now we can help fix this need that wasn't ever helped before. Thank you so much for being a part of this today.
That does it, guys. I am going to celebrate with a couple of beers because beer, well, okay. Seltzers. Great day. It is beautiful weather. We've got neighbors coming down, sitting down with us. Casey's helping Hudsyn and putting on a jacket and coming out here. It is still 70 degrees out, so we are sitting in the driveway having a celebratory couple of drinks with the neighbors. Remember, not a kids channel, just trying to emphasize that over and over. And then remember that to the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world. So go be somebody's world. Thank you so much for watching. And wow, we did it, guys. It passed. Bye. Oh, and Dominic.
Hello, hopsters.
We're saying bye.
Bye, hopsters.
Bye, guys.